Probably. Right, and I need to... Hello, hello.
Hello.
Hello there. How you doing?
I'm just fine.
Right in. I think I'm
And you?
in. I'm alright. Right, I think I'm in
Good.
somewhere. Right, whereabouts are you?
I'm in. No, Verona. I'm at. There's so many places.
Should be Venice. Did I put Venice? I put Venice. I think I wrote the right one in.
Yeah, you said Venice, but I was thinking about taking a road from Verona to Venice.
If you're at Verona, I can drive through.
Oh, and I'm gonna heading for Venice now.
Because I'm already there. I need to see what jobs are there actually. When I can get my screens organised. Oh my god. Where's my screen on? There it is. Oh, blimey, I can't see chat or anything. There we are. Right, map. Let's have a look at the map. We are currently at Venice. We need to look for jobs. That's not the one I was looking for. Market.
Are you gonna start earlier than you thought? Or?
Well, starting here, no, it's later than usual. I usually try to get on by past, but I was a bit late with getting my son to bed, so means I'm a bit late getting online, to be honest, because I don't start streaming until I know he's in bed, and so then it's nice and quiet, no trouble. Right, I'm not getting any jobs, so I need to do a quick jump anyway. I should have done this earlier, really, but let's have a look. I want to do garage manager. I'll just hop down the map. As it loads, and then hop back. Glad I bought the garage there now, otherwise I'd be really stuck.
Yeah. But are you gonna start in Verona or Venice now then?
Well, I'll see what jobs I got, because if it comes through Venice, I can always swing by. That's another way of doing it.
Yeah.
Unless you've got a garage here, you can always just jump here.
Yeah. Yeah, I just jumped there because just has to quit because you can't do that on multiplayer. I think.
What, jump?
Yeah.
No, it lets me jump. It puts me still in the server. Oh, server 3. What do we got? Cauliflower? Ooh, that'll be a long job. 29 hours into the UK.
Oh. Huh.
Click the map in the night. Wow, right the way through to Edinburgh. That'll be quite the drive. And you'll have to see. So, are you at? Did you say you jumped to Venice?
Yeah, I'm soon. It says city when is not found in the console. That's strange.
Weird.
Yeah, I never experienced that bit before.
What if you just do a map? It's because it's right to the to the right of where you are now, Verona.
Yeah, now it started in Duisburg. I don't know why. But
that's where we were last time. Don't go there again. My God, remember the last time?
Yeah,
we're all over the shop.
It's a clusterfuck.
Just a little bit.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm just heading over to Venice now. Have you seen the new things they're gonna do with the game?
No. What's that?
The next update, they're gonna release some new trailer update.
All right. Well, they need to do something with the trailers.
Yeah. There you can also haul double 40-foot containers. I think it was.
Well, that'll be fun.
Yeah,
Especially the parking.
also. Yeah.
Unless they do it like ATS where you just drive straight in, but that'll be kind of boring.
What? Doing?
Say it again.
Yeah, you said something about ATS.
Oh, you know, like the long trailers and ATS, the double trailers.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You know, most of those jobs, when it comes to parking, you can just drive straight in, park it easy.
Yeah, true.
Would be nice if they did a little bit more complex parking with those.
Yeah.
Or give you an option, easy, you have an easy park or a more difficult parking, because otherwise it's not much of a challenge. You never learn otherwise, and that's one of the. And I know I'm bad parking with double trailers, but that's because half the time a double trailer park in the game is literally just drive straight in, job done.
Yeah.
So you don't really get to practice maneuvering with dual trailers because it is a completely different thing.
Yeah.
I'm not going to sit there practicing reversing around corners with it. That's for sure. I'm just going to drive otherwise.
Yeah.
So what have you able to have a look at what jobs you got?
Yeah, soon. I'm loading the multiplayer now, so. Do you want to go for a long trip or a short trip, or?
We'll go for a long if we can.
Okay.
Why does it keep? Right, so I've got 2 in Edinburgh.
In
Edinburgh, north of England.
Oh yeah, Edinburgh.
Scotland,
okay.
I should say.
Yeah.
I got cauliflower 9 tons, 2 of. Well, there's one to Swansea again.
The longest I got is to Paris. Pallets. I think it's in English. Yeah.
Use packing Venice to Paris. Yeah, I've got that. We do that one scene as one we've both got.
Yeah, but I also. Which trailer do you have?
My own trailer, yeah, just the normal box trailer.
Oh, okay, yeah, me too.
There we are. So
and
there we are.
Yeah, and I got water for Bourges in France also.
Yeah, I've got the same destination in France, but I think 16 hours to 15 hours. Only 1 hour difference between the two. Have you got a preference? I don't mind which one. Do you want to do the other one?
Yeah.
Works out more money anyway.
Paris or Bourges if you want.
Okie dokie. Well, let's do the Bourges or Bourges or however they pronounce it. I have no idea.
I don't know how they pronounce it, so yeah, let's go there then.
Right.
Yep.
Pick that one. Let's go get the jobs. I gotta get my trailer. I've left it on the side. This'll be fun now. My trailer's there somewhere. Can he get it but he can't see?
Yeah, true.
Really? Oh, I'm slightly off.
Where are you gonna pick up your load? You know?
Around the corner. Cell plan or something, whatever it is. Sell something. Right then. This is actually behind the garage, I think.
What? Stuck in the garage?
No, the pickup point is behind.
Oh, okay, I see. I was over at LKW or something.
Hello there, Mr. Clark. We're on server 3 and we're picking up from Venice. Heading over to France. Yeah, server 3.
Have you got your load now?
No, just picking up now. I just do manual pickup.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, so we finally got the sun back here.
Yeah. We had it for a bit and then it started raining again.
Oh yeah. I live above the Arctic Circle, so the sun is away, yeah. You know.
When it's gone for a while.
Yep. It's a hard time, but...
yeah, rather you than me than that one. Right, where are we? Stop the engine. Come on.
Yeah, right. Just you go first out.
Okay. I'm assuming, I don't know if Mr. Clark is going to be joining us or not, but we'll head off, and if he does, we can always make a slow trip if he wants to catch up.
Yep. How heavy load do you have now?
I have no idea. Hold on. 17.
Oh, I got 24.
Clark, it is in chat. It's written just above. So again, server 3 Venice.
Do you use the radio in the game or?
Myself, no. Because you don't know who's talking and what they're going to be saying.
Ah, true.
So, you know, if you had control over what other people were saying, then fair enough, but yeah. All you need is somebody just to, you know, kick off, and it may make fun viewing, but there's other people who watch, you know, so I try to be careful, you know, I don't mind the odd slip of the tongue now and again, but
no,
there's no point in advertising
other stuff,
bad language all the time.
Yeah, true. I use it sometimes, but I just
we all do. That's the thing. See, you know, a little bit here and there, but there's some people who just want to swear every other word, and it's just like, nah, sorry. You know, I've gone past that stage in my life of having to deal with that. If I was 20 again, yeah. Fair enough, but I'm not.
No. Yeah, but I'm thinking about not the CV radio, but the actual internet radio you can listen on.
Oh yeah, well, to be honest, when it comes to music on the game, if I was to do music, I usually just play my own.
Oh, me too.
Yeah.
I just, if I'm tired of the Spotify playlist, I just put on the internet radio.
Oh god, fuel, I didn't check. Shit. See?
What?
Clark, if you want to join in, you can always do a jump from Birmingham to Venice or along the route. Yeah, if we need to find a fuel stop, because I didn't check my fuel gauge. And I've only got 149 litres.
Oh, okay. I almost got full.
Have you got plenty of fuel?
Yeah, I got, let's see, how many liters?
That's wrong.
I get 500 liters. So.
Yeah, we both need to stop. Because we've got, what, 636 miles. You probably just make it.
Yeah, it depends on how many hills it will be, I think.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and
so a top up would be fine.
Yep.
Whereas I've only got 135, I'm never going to make it in any form. You'd be pushing me now.
Yeah.
We'll see now. Let's do a bit of cruising, and hopefully, let's look at the map. Yeah, there's a fuel stop coming up now. We're not too far off, so we should be good.
Yep.
So again, to anybody watching, if you want to join in, you're more than welcome to. Just grab a truck and a trailer, and you can either grab a load and tag along, or you can find an area that we're going to be going through and tag along from there, or wait until we get to the destination and tag along there if you want. Our garage coming up, we're going to stop here now. Let's fill her up. So if we just have a quick look at the map, we're going to be driving past Verona shortly, and then we're going to be going past Milan and then Turin, as you can see on the map. And for those who might be interested, just in case, let me just change my windows a second. There we are. You've got Verona there, Milan, Turin. So those are both areas, if you want to tag along, you could do. Anyway, let's get back to the game. If I can get in gear. Oh, what a day.
Yeah, I'm saying the same thing.
Yeah.
Oh.
What do you currently do? Are you working, or are you...
Yeah, I'm working at a nursing home.
So yeah, glad to when your day's over, then you can just chill out.
Yeah, I'm also working with dementia people, so...
Yeah, it can be stressful on its own, just having to deal with other people's problems.
Yeah. I choose it by myself, so...
Well, you can't throw drugs at them all day long, so
yeah.
you got to do some work.
True. No. The drug is not for us, you know.
I was going to say, well, you'd probably want to take them more than they do. No, you don't have them, they're for me, thanks.
Yeah.
Mr. Clark, you've been on the game since 2. Sorry. Mr. Clark, you've been on the game since 2 today, my god. I'd be tired of that. There's only so much I can do with it. I'd be driving myself potty. Talking about dementia, there you go now.
Go 90 or 80? Or...
I'm doing 55.
Yeah, 55 miles. Yeah.
I always do my hours.
Yeah.
I need to get it, because I can't do the conversion in my head. I can never remember what it is.
No, I didn't mean... I used to ask my Google Home to convert it for me.
I can put another dial on my dash thing just to do miles and kilometers, and then I can just read it out, and then everybody knows and everybody's happy. Maybe I'll do that one day when I remember to do so. I did think of doing that before.
But yeah, but when you're talking about the thing you have, the dashboard, how is this connected to the computer? Is it just USB or?
It's all done wirelessly. So this dash and the phone that I have have, the only connection they have is a USB power back to a USB power pack, just to supply power. All the data, the telemetry data from the game itself, is sent to the devices wirelessly. So you don't technically need power to or a wire to the PC to send the telemetry data to the device. Okay. So as long as your tablet and your phone, whatever you've got, connects wirelessly to your network, and as long as it's an Android device, it'll send the signal to as many number of devices as you want to register. So if I wanted to have, 5 of these in front of me, I could have 5, each one showing a different dial, each one showing different information. That's the beauty of this. So you don't have to rely on connecting everything back, because that's one of the problems I've got at the moment. I've got 4 USB hubs. I'm pushing 20 USB connections at the moment. I think I've got 2 spare. So if I buy anything else, I've got to really watch what I'm buying and how it connects.
Yeah.
So.
But how many USB ports do you have on the motherboard?
On the motherboard itself, I think there's only 4 USB 3 at the back. I think there's another 2 USB, or is it 3? Might be 5 USB 3. Definitely 2 USB 2s on the back, and then there's at the front. There's a 2 USB 3 and I think USB 2. However, sim rigs don't play well when you're using USB ports, and you tend to find that front USB doesn't play well. So I rely connecting directly through the rear USB ports, because I tend to have. I've had a couple of issues connecting through the front USB ports. Depends on what you're connecting to them, because when I was configuring this at the very beginning, and I still have little glitches now where the camera may freeze because that's connected through USB, or the wheel may drop out, and it's not the fault of the wheel, it's not the fault of the camera, it's to do with the USB. Because if you've got to use USB 3 for the camera, can't use USB 2. And I found that if I plug the the camera into a USB 3, it has to be into its own port. If it was sharing with anything else, that would cause a lot of the glitches with the camera. And I've had so many glitches, it was a matter of finding out which device would play well with the next device. So anything plugged into a hub, I have to manually plug in one at a time and test, and make sure was it dropping in, was it dropping out, was it giving me errors. But you may find it may play fine for hours, and then all of a sudden you'd get these bunch of USB errors throwing up. I went through periods where one USB HUD would drop out completely a couple of hours into playing a game, and it wasn't because of the hub causing the problem, it was because the device is plugged into the hub. So it was such a headache. But once you know what causes a problem, it's easier to narrow down. But when you're dealing with 4 devices at a time, it's like, geez, I need to change gear. I was being too lazy, leave it in 13th gear.
Yeah, I thought you was going out a little bit slow.
I was like, yeah, go on, pick up. Nah, I didn't want to pick up. So where are we? We've got, there we are, we've done 100 odd miles nearly already, so 11 hours 26. Have a quick look outside. Go back before I crash it. And we'll turn off the vibration. Yeah, I've got to be careful when you just started. I don't want to make it look too bad.
Yeah. You remember the last truck we had before last time?
Yes, because you went off somewhere.
Yeah, because I got crashed into. Pain in the ass when people are just fucking around with other.
It happens. I mean, I've been crashed into a number of times in multiplayer, but I just ignore it.
Yeah.
Not worth wasting my time over. That's a nice bridge.
Yeah, it is.
It's kind of sad when you think about it that you get impressed by a bridge.
Yeah.
Hello, Mr. Toxic. How you doing? At least it seems to be playing nice and smooth today. No, there doesn't seem to be any glitches so far, touch wood.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to pull in.
Yeah.
Going for the overtake with you. Have to slow down. How bad?
Did you crash?
No. Gladly you didn't glitch, because if you did, yeah, I would have. Badly.
Yeah. That's a bad thing with multiplayer. But you just suddenly just pops out of nowhere, and next time you pops out of in the middle of the road in a way.
That's right, Toxic. Roy on screen is with me. It's just that he didn't realise there was a turning, so yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Lucky enough I was paying attention to the map. Flying around those corners.
Yeah. I'm going 90 now, so a little bit over the speed limit.
I'm not quite sure if the wheels are lifting off the ground. I'm trying to check. Not far off, I swear. I think your back ones are just about coming off.
Oh shit, okay. I'm gonna slow down now.
Yeah, if you were to go that, like a 2 mile an hour faster, it probably would start to go. Remember, you've got a heavier load than me as well, so it's more likely to topple.
Yeah. Have you tried the special delivery thing?
Yeah, I've done specials. That's the thing with the special deliveries, though, that they're all pretty much the same. Once you've done a few, it's like, yeah.
It's quite boring in the long run, yeah.
Well, you know, you're limited to a slower speed. Yes, you've got a bigger load, but there isn't really any technical stuff for the driving. A lot of the time, it's on a road like this where there's plenty of room.
Yeah.
There isn't like, oh, I've got to navigate through a tight section of rocks. Maybe at the beginning.
That would be actually quite good if they fixed.
And they do that at the beginning, you know, like I've seen one where you've got to navigate your way around this bumpy road and there's rocks nearby. Fair enough, there's a bit of work to be done there. And maybe when you get to the end of the parking, you've got to, you know, swing it a bit wider and be a bit more technical with your parking. Nothing major, though. But they need to, you know, if they're going to do stuff like that, they need to put more in where, okay, we take you on a route where it is more challenging and, you know, then you can appreciate doing the larger loads more. Because otherwise, you do a few and it's like, alright, I've done them now, that's nothing fancy, you know?
Yeah.
Because I must admit, I've done them. Don't know if I've done all of them, but I've done enough where I'm at a point where I'm like, can't be bothered now.
I don't want to do that anymore.
Maybe they'll add an area for, or even just change a couple of roads. Or, I don't know, maybe you can do something with the roadside events where, I don't know, there's a fallen tree which narrows the road, or a car crash that causes, you know, something like that.
True.
I think the next one I'm waiting for now is going to be the ATS update, because they've got a new map, haven't they? Washington or something.
Yeah, true.
So,
I installed a mod for it, so you get Alaska also, I think, or Canada.
For American? I've not looked for mods for maps there, to be honest. Maybe I should.
Yeah, it's quite big. It's, I think it's almost like pro mods. Well, not that big, but it's enough actually, to be honest. I'm following a Swedish guy on YouTube. He Wombat Trucker, I think his name is.
Yeah, I think I've heard of him.
Oh yeah, yeah. He made a huge pro mode or Eurotruck map mode.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think he's the one who does like the massive map or something, isn't he?
Yeah, he drove from Brazil to Russia or something, I think.
Yeah, it's. Unfortunately, with the maps, you tend to find that you got to work at them to get all the maps playing ball together. I've gone as far as pro mods and Rust map, but other than that, it's like I don't know if I want to have the hassle of trying to sort out every map.
No, I didn't mean.
Because I know that every time there's an update, it's a lot of work to try and get it back to where it was.
Yeah, it will be fun to try them, but
yeah, exactly.
I don't care about using so much time to set it up and so on. I tried once, but it just don't want to load. So.
Hey Accuracy, how you doing? So you enjoy the truck sound mod then, did you? Plenty of others to try. This game is a bit like Assetto Corsa in when it comes to mods. There's tons of mods out there, so you know, go through them, download them, try them out, you know.
Yeah, true. I just had to answer a Facebook message.
That's alright. You carry on, you.
Yeah, I'm trying. Multitasking, you know.
Gotta be done. I mean, come on, you're driving a truck.
Yeah.
It can get boring after a while, to say the least.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, multiplayer can anyway, because, you know, when there's no traffic around, it's like, okay.
Yeah, that's actually one thing I don't like about the multiplayer. That's Italy is almost no one you meet, I think.
No, because they all tend to be either in a new area or stick, you know, in the middle of Europe anyway.
Yeah.
Around the busy areas, the ports and things like that. It's always going to be busy, but it's nice sometimes to get away from those kind of areas, because all too often when you're in the busy areas, that's when you're going to get idiots.
Yeah, true.
There's another one parked up. What have I got in the back? I have something. I've got packaged food, 17 tons. So it's okay if I break down. I've got plenty of food I can have to eat. I can have a barbecue on the side of the road.
Yeah. And I got the water, so we
there we go. We got food and drink. Sorted.
Yeah. Yep. We are safe for many months.
Beer.
Yeah.
Dead bodies? Nah, they're not that gruesome in this game, unfortunately. As I'm not carrying zombies or anything. That might be the next mod. Zombie trucks. Carry your dead zombies. They could have. They could develop a new game called Truckageddon. Remember Carmageddon? Don't know if anybody knows or remembers that game. I do. I used to love playing that game. Basically, you drive around, in souped up cars with guns and God knows what, and there'd be zombies that you could drive into. That was great. Many years ago. It got banned at one point because of the blood. So they had to change it from red blood to green blood, go figure, and call it zombies.
like turtles.
Yeah.
So many, what's it called again? Toll stations or something?
Oh yeah, toll stations. Ugh. Farmageddon. Beep beep, everybody beep beep.
Yeah.
Going pretty quick, down to 327 miles, 6 hours 55.
Yeah.
Nice when the time seems to be flying by when you're doing this.
Mm-hmm. True.
I see you remembering your lights.
Yeah, I turned it off to see if I got the warning. I didn't.
It's wrong time, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Was it 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock? I can't remember what it is now. I just leave them on all the time, it's easier.
7:24 it says. So, do you work or?
Yeah. That's why. Otherwise, I'll be streaming all day. But yeah,
yeah.
Because usually my son goes to school, and if I was off, or like if he's in school and I'm off, then I may stream during the day unless I've got other things I need to do.
Oh. Okay.
Otherwise, yeah, I'm working, come home, deal with him, and then once he's out of the picture and he's in bed, then that's when I tend to come on and stream. Otherwise, there's the odd occasion where I may come on and stream when he's home, but that's if he's busy doing his own thing, but that doesn't happen very often.
Okay.
Yeah, it's I've got too much to do, running around after him, cleaning up and God knows what. Got the home life to sort out, otherwise the place will be a tip.
Yeah, I know. Someone have to clean,
Yeah, and unfortunately that's me when you're living on your own. Well, not technically living on my own, but when you got a 10-year-old son, they never clean up, so yeah.
Yeah. I got the robotic vacuum cleaner, so
You took the easy way out.
Yeah, I know, but to be honest, I don't know why I bought it, because I'm not lazy. I do home work, or home things.
Yeah, like the cleaning, yeah.
Yeah, you have to do it. Or...
Just not the hoovering.
Yeah, the hoovering is boring.
Yeah, but with those robotic things, don't you have to have them on for like an hour or two for them to get around and do what they're doing? Cause...
Yeah, sometimes I got me a new couch and it pretends to just get stuck and then almost because it's
trying to hide under.
Yeah, almost in a way, yeah.
No, I'm not here. You can't see.
Go under, but it's too low, so just get stuck, and I have to help it.
Yeah.
So many times.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. See, because then you're up and down trying to fix the robotic hoover because it's stuck all the time. You might as well just got up and done the hoovering yourself and done it in like 5 minutes flat.
Yeah, I got a manual also.
Yeah, I've thought about getting one, but I've always thought, what's the point? Because, you have to walk around, dodge a robotic hoover, or, fix that because it's stuck. And it's like, well, let's face it, push a hoover over it, it doesn't take you like 5 minutes really, does it?
No.
Or that thing will be running for
minutes.
What? An hour or so?
Yeah, it goes around 45 minutes to an hour.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, well, is
it
quiet?
Yeah, it depends on which mode you set it on. Turbo, silent.
Does it actually do anything when it's on silent though, other than just move?
Yeah, it actually takes some of the modes.
Oh, there we are. It's better than nothing then, I suppose.
Yeah. Thing is also that I like technically things and so on.
Oh yeah, me too, but I don't know, maybe I draw a line on a robotic Hoover.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's technical, but if you could sit on it as it does it, fair enough, you could have a bit of fun, but I don't think that would work either.
You've seen on YouTube the cat sitting on it and so on.
Well, that's just it. I don't have a cat, so that's out the window. I can't do that. Don't have any pets. I don't think a 10-year-old boy would work because it'll probably stop dead with him on it as well. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, just watching one of them round. Yeah, nah, I'd spend my money elsewhere. They're not cheap either. They're like minimum £200 plus, aren't they?
Yeah, I paid 6,000 Norwegian crowns for that. So I don't know how much that is in pound, but.
Oh, God knows, but it sounds a lot. They're obviously paying you too much by the sounds of it. That's what it is.
Yeah, probably. You can use those money on other stuff.
Well, this is it. I mean, if it's spare cash and it's something that you want, why not?
Yeah.
Christ, if I didn't have a bit of spare cash, I wouldn't have bought half the stuff I'd play with on the rig.
No. Okay.
Not like it just sprung out of thin air, all of this stuff, that's for sure.
Yeah, I think the stuff you got, your equipment is not cheap, so.
Well, no, but that's it. You buy stuff that you want or would like to have.
You have to think, or I think I just got learned to do that because if you want something, you have to save your money. Just don't use your credit card and think it's okay and so on.
Oh yeah. No, it's just not something. I'm certainly not going to get myself in debt just to play a racing game. That's for sure.
No, yeah.
No, if you're crazy enough to, I don't know, spend 5 to 10 grand on a sim rig, get yourself in debt for it. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend that to anybody.
No. Oh, just buy a little bit now and then. So.
Yeah, as and when you've got the money, just buy it. I started. This has grown over probably a year and a half, but it goes to show what you can do if you put the money to one side. You're working and anything. Obviously it's harder if you're not working, and it's a bit of cash you get now and again. But 2 hours. No, it's not. It's 4 hours. 4 hours and 31. Gotta play ball. Bald. Come on.
Oh.
The truck doesn't want to go. There it goes. And the light's gone red. We'll ignore that.
Oh, okay. I thought you was gonna drive it. Yeah, you got the fine thing on,
Yeah, plenty of fine. That's no problem.
I turned it off.
Well, if I didn't have the cash, then fair enough, but not like I'm short on money, so.
No, I got 12 billions.
Wow. Don't worry about the fines.
Nope.
I'm still bringing in money and I hardly deliver a job at the moment.
Yeah. I got a lot of drivers for me also.
Well, that's what I got to do at some point. Probably when I'm not playing multiplayer, is nip into the multiplayer account and buy a few more garages and drivers and trucks, get them working then.
Yep.
I've only got 6.5 on this, 6.5 million, but that's enough to get another garage or two and drivers.
Yep, that's true. I saw there was a guy on Facebook. He wanted SCS to make it more realistic. That you have to go all out of the truck and so on to fill the tank and so on. But that will be fun. But in another way, it's a lot of work to make it.
Yeah, that's another level, and that would mean jigging everything, because they'd have to have a 3D character that's animated properly.
Yeah,
assuming you get to see that. There's other things they need to do first.
Yeah, it would be nice if they update the graphic things and so on in the game.
Well, graphics, but they can still do more work with the jobs that you do. You know, if they're bringing in double trainers, why not do multi-drop? So, you know, you've got 2 loads, 2 garages to go to, but you know, and you can't stop until you've done both loads.
Yeah.
Or if you stop at one, you get a penalty on the other one. You know, so there's little things they could add, which wouldn't be too difficult to do.
No.
You know.
But in single player, I saw there was a program you could use to what's it called again? Yeah, you create your own job.
Yeah.
Have you heard about it? I tried it out, but I didn't figure out how to.
But that's still a mod.
Make it. Yeah, it is still a mod. Yeah.
I mean,
so.
SCS need to look.
It would be nice if they made it.
Well, yeah, they need to look at the mod community and then say, okay, what's being used out there that people like that we can implement easy into the game. Because the more that's implemented into the game, hopefully, the more the game will run smoothly. Because, you know, by modding the game, there's the risk of breaking the game as well.
Yeah, true. Did you see the post they posted on Facebook about modders?
No.
They said it was good that modders was modding the game, but a lot of modders they stole the content from the game and just said that they had made it or something.
Yeah, there's always that aspect, but
yeah,
you know, they could make it difficult for modders, but to be honest, if they did, I think they'd see a decline in the game itself then. Because there's such a big community with modding. And if it wasn't for the modding... if it wasn't for the modding, I don't think the game would be as big as what it is.
No, I highly doubt it,
You know, it was the same with Assetto Corsa. You know, there's loads of people who mod for cars there, tracks there.
Yeah.
And, you know, the base game is good, but if it wasn't for the modding side of it, then most people probably would have moved on to the next game ages ago.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't mean ACC or anything like that. It's, you know, it's Project Cars, iRacing. There's plenty of other games they could be playing otherwise.
Yeah. There's a Ice Road Truckers game.
Yeah, I've got that.
Out.
Is it out?
Did you try it?
Is that the new one?
Tried. Yeah, there's a new one, yeah, but I looked at the YouTube and it just looked so crappy.
Yeah, I know there was one on. Is it a Steam one? Because there's one that I've bookmarked on Steam due to be released. It wasn't out when I last looked at it.
Oh, okay.
But I can't remember what it was called. I think it was the same thing. I don't know if it was Ice Road Truckers or that could be the.
Yeah, there was something. Around.
Supposed to be done by Discovery Channel or something.
Yeah, true. Yeah, that's the same game.
Yeah, I bookmarked it as in, you know, let's have a look when it does come out. I wasn't convinced it was going to be a brilliant game, but I said to myself, well, if there's a demo to try, I'll try it, but I'm not going to splash my cash until I see it, because I don't see anything surpassing this game for a while.
No. It would be nice if they came out with Euro Truck 3 and made it possible for a pro mode just to implement it straight to it. So.
I don't know, but what would you do differently for Euro Truck Simulator 3? That's the question.
Yeah, yeah. That's
other than a new engine, but then you'd have to start all over again, wouldn't you?
Should get.
That's the thing. See, if they do Euro Truck 3, they would have to start from scratch again. It would be a new graphics engine, rebuild Europe, or wherever they decide to start. Let's say UK, because I know that one. So they have to rebuild the road network for wherever they decide to start. And then, you know, do they change the scale? Do they go for a 1-to-1 scale? Do they, you know, do they try to do something bigger and better, or do they just reproduce it but with new graphics? And then, really, where's the appeal? You know, the graphics would have to be a hell of a step up, almost realistic, I would have thought.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know, but yeah, time will show, I hope.
Yeah, I mean, they'll at some point they will do, but I don't know what they do. 2 hours 21 to go, only 111 miles. It's been relatively quick, really. I've used half a tank though, blimey.
Yeah, almost used half tank. Was it now you were supposed to go online?
Oh, we are turning, aren't we? Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah. I just had to look at the map again.
And I was looking at the map going, what? That doesn't look right. And then I can see it, you go off and then you off again. It's like, I swear some of the map design is weird.
Yeah, sometimes, but...
no, sorry, I shouldn't say that. It's not the map, it's the actual sat-nav. The sat-nav doesn't match the map.
No, it doesn't. And in single play, you probably heard about the Google Map mode.
Yeah.
I never used it, but it seems good. So. And also, oh shit. But also, if you are in big cities and it's a lot of roads around the city, it will be hard to navigate.
Yeah, maybe they need to update and bring the sat-nav like current sat-navs, where you get lane and you can see which lane you're supposed to be in rather than just one marker for all 3 or 2 lanes.
Yeah. There's many times I drove the wrong way because it's...
Oh god, yeah.
I didn't see where the...
Yeah, you're either not paying attention or you're just getting... You look at the map and think, well, this looks right. And then when you do take the road you think it is, it's like, nope, that's the wrong one.
Yep.
Dijon.
Is he joining us later, the other guy, or...?
I have no idea. Probably not. Don't know how he could be on all day. I know he's had breaks in between, but blimey.
Yeah.
There's a limit to my trucking, that's for sure.
Yeah, mine also.
At the moment I'm trying to finish off my Division 2. So I'm nearly finished on that, about 87% through, so that's nice.
Do you like the game, or...?
Yeah, I've been enjoying it. It's been a nice change, you know, because usually it's driving all day long for me, so to pick up a shooter game that I can actually get my teeth into and enjoy, it's been fun.
Yeah, good. I bought Hitman 2 now for my birthday present from my brother. So.
Is that a new one, or has it been out for a while?
It's been out for a while, yeah. I think it came out in November last year.
Must have been on sale or something. I've seen a lot of people playing it recently.
Yeah, it was actually on sale for 2 weeks ago.
It's probably why then. Probably because it was on sale and loads of people picked it up.
Yeah.
Except me, because I didn't see it.
What?
I said except me, because I didn't see it.
Oh, yeah. Because I was thinking about buying that or Assassin's Creed Odyssey, but yeah, I'm probably gonna buy the Odyssey game later.
Yeah, I've been umming and ahhing over Hitman. Might give it a try one day.
Yep.
When's the next Steam sale? Should be soon, isn't it?
Yeah.
They have a spring sale, don't they?
Yeah, and Easter
Easter?
is also
Yeah.
coming, so I would think that it would come soon. Or
Yeah, it should be Easter time, I would have thought.
yeah. Have you heard about the gathering lawn in Norway in the Easter time?
The what, sorry?
No, there's the gathering. It's a local thing down south in Norway. Um, you're meeting other people with computer interest and so on.
Alright, no, it's not something I've heard of.
It's around 5,000 places you can buy for. Yeah. So,
That sounds like it would be a busy place.
yeah, and there's a lot of noise and people get big speakers over there and playing the music all along. Almost no sleep and so on. So
Yeah. Ooh, we are down to 37 minutes.
yeah.
Flying along. That is 425 litres remaining. So that would have been pretty much, well, I had 123. I filled up with 1,000. I've used over 500 litres already. You had what, 600 odd litres in the tank?
690 liters I left.
Ooh, you probably would have just scraped by, because it's 419 now.
I think I've used around 300 liters, I think.
Oh, maybe you're more efficient than me then. I got a lead
new
foot.
truck, you know. Well, I don't know, to be honest, but as long as you come by or where you are supposed to come without getting out of diesel.
Yeah, it'd be fine. We're all there anyway. It's just around the corner now.
Yep.
Nice little city area. Oops. Right, let's park this up. Oops, completely gone the wrong angle. Try that again. Okay. Engine. Deliver. Right, let's have a look at the old map. Right, what have you got for another job if you want to do another one?
Uh,
Got Linkoping. I do like that.
Linkoping? Is that the place?
Sweden.
Map? Oh, Sweden.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm
Oh yeah,
pronouncing it right.
Linköping. Okay.
That's how it's pronounced, is it? Linköping.
Yeah.
I have no idea how you pronounce that. I just call it Linkoping because it reminds me of
Yeah.
there was a YouTuber or something in it called what was his name? Can't remember his damn name now, but it was something Ping if I remember correctly.
Okay.
Have you got anything like that or?
I don't got anything for Sweden. But
have you got anything in Latvia?
What? I got something from Estonia, but oh
it's
yeah, actually
nearby.
the other stuff is just for Italy and Germany, Switzerland, Belgium.
Have you got? You said you got Italy. Is that Palermo?
It's for Milan, Parma, Livorno.
Well, if we got Palermo, we can go there.
Let's see.
Right down the tip of Italy.
No, but I think I got trailer here.
I've got
or not.
Almar, Florence.
No, it's actually no garage here you can buy. Oh, okay. No, but I can get if I can take a nap. Would I get a new load then?
Don't know, you might do. Sometimes you do, not always. Try it.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna try that.
Where is? Look at the map.
Oh, I'm not enough tired to take a nap.
Yeah, there's always that problem as well.
Yeah, pain in the ass. But I can take the freight market. Take a look there.
You can have a look.
I got something to Heusinkveld in Sweden.
I haven't got that one. Let me go back to my map. Jobs. Click on there. So you got nothing to the tip of Italy? Or in Sweden?
Yeah, Heusinkveld in Sweden.
Oh yeah, you did say, didn't you? Yeah, well, my job goes through there. I could take that
yeah, I can
link ping, whatever it's called, one there.
Just gonna take off the trailer now. We can go.
Anyway, then I'll grab that job in the meantime and pick up. Oh, well. Say pick up, I'll drive to where you are because it's out of the city. That's the wrong gear.
.1 hour and 40 minutes.
Yeah, 1 hour 30 for me.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Looks like we might be picking up from the same place then.
Yep.
what do we got? Yeah, 1 hour 24. It's not going to be a quick one, is it?
What?
It's not exactly a quick hop, skip, and a jump to the next job.
No.
Just got to remember when we get there, I got to fill up. You probably got to fill up as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, 48 miles. That was a big swerve. Hopefully we'll have fuel. It should be, shouldn't it? There's usually a fuel station near the depots.
Yeah, but some cities I see it's not close. So actually, was in Singapore. I just had to teleport to
yeah, it's
gas
got to be done
station.
sometimes.
Yeah, I don't remember which country it was, but I just got so frustrated that I thought I would had enough, but there I took wrong.
Yeah, I don't know if it's. I've had it before when I've been playing multiplayer and the garages just haven't been appearing. It's just like, well, I'm running out of fuel, so if something doesn't come up now, I'm stuck.
Yeah. Yesterday I played with another guy on multiplayer. There's a lot of people yesterday actually that wrote just go to the garage.
Yeah.
And get told if you crash and so on. Just don't stay in our way. But some people, they don't have the patience to.
Well, no, exactly. You know, you've just crashed. You know, are you expected to just get up and go in 2 seconds flat?
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you just need to get your wits around you and, or you know, press a few buttons. If you want to jump, then jump. But if you want to try and carry on driving, then give the guy a chance to get his truck together.
I think also so. But
yeah,
what?
Some people are just too quick to, you know, complain and report.
I think there is not enough admins on the service. Many times I reported people and it comes up, yeah, your playing will be recorded now, but and it just says later, no, we don't have enough evidence on the guy to take him. But that's how it is. So.
Yeah, which is why most of the time it's just like it's not even worth the effort.
Yeah, that's true. You just have to let it go, I think.
too far over.
Oh, okay. Have you tried the single player mode where you can have the box on the back and the trailer attached also?
No, what's that?
I think it is called tandem trailer.
Alright.
Here in Norway and Sweden and Denmark, the trucks have that a lot.
Isn't that in the game itself though? I thought there was, if you are travelling in Sweden, you get the option to have two trailers.
I haven't seen it. I have just seen it as a
I
mod.
read that somewhere. Maybe I read it as a mod then. Yeah, because I thought there was something that allows you to, if you're in the Sweden area, it allows you to do the dual trailers.
Yeah.
Or maybe it was a mod I was reading. I could have sworn it was in the game though.
Yeah, there's you got the 25 meters semi-trailer plus the box on the truck itself.
Right, let's make a move. Do you want to go first? And we'll keep an eye out for fuel.
Yep.
We've got 345 litres with 1,315 miles. Okay.
$655 liters there.
Oh wow, I'm carrying lavender with a grand total of 8 tons. This is gonna be easy.
It's a easy load, yeah. I know.
Oh yeah.
Still got 24 tons behind now.
No wonder I'm keeping up easy.
Yeah, true. You can change trailer if you want.
No, it's okay, I'm fine.
Oh, are you sure?
Yeah, if I change it, I'll go for daisies instead.
Oh, okay. I got basil. I don't know what that's in Norwegian.
Basil?
Yeah, basil or something.
That's a herb, isn't it?
Oh, okay. Yeah, of course. Yeah, we can say so. Remember.
Not quite sure what that would be in your language.
I can pronounce it if you want.
Yeah, go for it. What is it?
URT.
URT.
Yeah, urt.
Ah, oot. I was going to say, that doesn't sound right. You're just spelling it out, so to speak. And another blimmin' stop. Ugh. I need to take some of these away, because I just think there's too many of these.
Yeah, me also.
Great, I went through the one that doesn't open. I didn't check the sign.
Shit. So you have to back up?
Yeah, it won't take me 2 minutes now.
Good that you don't have the double trailer.
I know, right? I'll be royally missed. There we are, crack on, I'll be there now. Weaving in the mirrors.
Yeah, I see it. If you want to pass me, just pass me.
No, I was checking out the scenery. The scenery over to the right looks pretty good.
Oh.
It's quite nice being able to look left and right and see other things around you.
True.
It's not until you have like the triple monitor setup that you get to enjoy more of the view.
No, you just got the mirrors, if Yeah,
exactly. And you know, if you're on a single screen, you've got one mirror and part of what's in front of you. But then when you get to things like triples, you can literally look left, you can look right. You know, I can look out the window, so to speak, and see more scenery. So to me, it makes the game more enjoyable by having more screens, because you know, when you're looking directly ahead and all you see is a grey road in front of you, it's a bit laborious. It's the same thing over and over. So it's nice just to be able to look left, and you know, rather than press a key to look left, you know, you can just turn your head, so it's more natural. Hello, Son of God, how you doing?
Yeah, I got that on 34-inch screen, so it's a little bit curved also. So in a way, I feel that if I compare this with my old monitor, it's definitely much better. And I also got 144 Hertz refresh rate.
Yeah, that's a big difference to 144. Son of God, yeah, I've seen their the new SimiCubes. Looks very nice. It's not something that I'm tempted by, though. They've basically just picked up or gone through all the servo motors, checked all the servos, find the ones that they're happy to use. You know, they've done 3 new wheels and they've packaged them into a new, simple, easy-to-use bundle. Why are you gutted? I mean, you know, at the end of the day, the existing SimiCube wheels that are out there, I'm confident that mine is probably as good as anything that they've got out there. I wouldn't say that anything they've got on offer is better than what I've got, other than, you know, the top end one. But that's what's the price for that one? Nearly $3.5 grand for that wheel. Yeah, but all it is, they've measured the motors. So let's say there's a selection of 20 motors on the market that you could have. They've narrowed it down to 3 motors, all of which range from what? Now, I don't think they're all Leo Bodner though. Not looking at the design of the two. If you look at the 2 more basic wheels, which the majority of the people would probably go for, because how many people are going to spend, you know, $3 grand plus on a steering wheel? You know, I don't even think I would be willing to stretch that far. So I'll be surprised if they're all Leo Bodner wheels. But and even then, I've seen people say that the Leo Bodner isn't a night and day difference between a SimiCube, you know, standard motor, especially with a Biss encoder. That's something I was looking at as well, because I wanted to know if they were using a Biss encoder or as a brand new encoder. But they're talking still about 4 million odd. It's not instructions, is it? But it's counts per revolution or something. Which is still similar to what a Biss encoder does anyway. So they're going from a 22 to a 24-bit resolution, I think they're saying, because I think the Biss is a 22-bit. And again, I don't think it's a night and day difference to go from 22 to 24. They're both quoting 4 million counts per revolution. Is it any better than the new Fanatec? To be honest, I don't think Fanatec are going to be a step up above the existing SimiCube. And is the new SimiCube going to be a night and day difference over the older series? I don't think it is. I'm not convinced. You know, remember, the one thing that I'm kind of would need more information on is the power delivery. You know, with the existing SimiCubes, people can modify their power to the motors much easier. You know, if I wanted to upgrade this, I could buy a 700 watt power supply, slap it in, get it rigged in. I know this wheel then will max out. Whereas remember, with the new ones, they've modularized everything, made everything smaller, compact. Now, that's not to say that it's worse, but until we've got one or somebody's got one to test, and we can see that the power is delivering, you know, what it's supposed to. And And I have no doubt at the end of the day, let's face it, it's Granite devices. They know all too well about power delivery and how it can affect wheels. So I'm hoping that they've done their homework, and yes, you know, the power delivery will be a constant, you know, 4, 5, 6, 800 watts, whatever it needs to be. Because if that's wrong, that's just going to affect the wheel. But again, from the specs I've read for the two more basic wheels, I don't think it's going to be a night and day difference over the existing 20 and 30 Newton meter wheels that are out there now. Because from what I can work out, it's not like they've developed a new motor. It's using existing motors, but all they've done is they've gone, right, what motors are on the market? So let's say there's 20 motors, and out of those motors then they've tested and decided, right, these ones are meeting the criteria that we want to be pushing forward with. The other ones, you know, they may be not far off, but they're not meeting the right criteria. I wouldn't say it's a scam. You know, what they've done is basically saying, right, we need to make our wheel system simpler. Because at the moment, when people look at direct drive, they see a separate power supply, they see a load of cables, they see, you know, wheels which have to be attached with a cable, this, that, and the other. They look at Fanatec, which are bringing out a fully plug-and-play system, and they think, you know what? I prefer the Fanatec because it's much simpler. I don't have to worry about setting up. Hey, Equalizer, how you doing? So, yeah. So really, you know, I think all Simicube are doing at the moment is saying, okay, what we need to do is move our wheel to that same kind of market, make it have that market appeal by simplifying everything. So they've made it more plug and play. Everything is on the wheel rather than having separate this, separate that. Yeah, but remember, the wireless system, as far as I'm aware, will be available for the older wheels as well. So if you have an older Simicube, you should be able to upgrade to the wireless system. I'm not entirely sure on that, but from my understanding, that was the way they were advertising it. I don't think it's limited to Simicube 2, but I may be wrong on that. But to be honest, you know, how are they going to do the wireless system? Because does that mean you need to have a wheel with wireless built in and you need to have a battery and charge your wheel up every day? Is the wheel going to take power directly from the actual, you know, Simicube 2? Because let's face it, if I've got to plug a USB into my wheel every other night to charge it up, it's going to get old pretty quick. So I still need to look into the wireless system and how they're fully implementing that. Because I believe with, you know, Fanatec, you plug your wheel in, the wheel is detected by the base, and the base does everything for you, the power and the communication. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I'm not worried about whether the wheel is wireless or wired. It doesn't bother me. I quite like having the cable. And let's face it, if you're in a rally car, you know, they still use cabled wheels, this, that, and the other now and again, so it doesn't bother me. You know, it doesn't break the realism by having a cable hanging underneath. Yeah, I think what Son of God is worried about, though, is that they've brought a new wheel to market, or 3 new wheels to market, and that's going to be a significant jump maybe over his existing wheel or my wheel or anybody else's wheel in the market. But looking at the specs, they're very similar to the current wheels. So if you've got a 20 Newton meter wheel or a 30 current, I would say don't be in a rush to upgrade unless somebody tests it and can really say, you know what, I can feel a night and day difference between it. You know, a 20 Newton meter wheel with a Biss-c encoder which does, you know, 4 million counts per revolution is going to be way more than enough for most people. I mean, I don't think I barely use what I've got now. You know, and they're talking about their wheels being between, what, 20, 25 to 30 plus. And again, is it going to be a huge difference between them. I don't know. I'm happy to be proven wrong, so if Simcube or Granite Devices they're watching and they want to send me wheels to test, I'll happily test them. Even if they want to lend me one for the next 10 years, brilliant, I'll do that as well. But I don't think I'm going to be in a rush to buy another one. You know, I've got a 20 Newton meter myself now. Most games I'm probably running between, I don't know, anywhere between 30% to 60% load, depending on the game. And even in the game, the force feedback isn't maxed out. So to be honest, I doubt I'm using half the power of the wheel. You know, so if I was to change, you know, if I was going to upgrade this, I would probably go to a 30. To go from 20 to another 20 would be more of a sidestep rather than an upgrade. But to be honest, oh, I've just driven past. Right, I need fuel. We forgot, didn't we? I've got 149 litres. Ah, crap.
Okay, we're gonna stop the next
yeah,
gas station.
remind me. I'm busy yapping and I forgot. Yeah, Equalizer, send them an email, yeah. Maybe I should. It's not something I've ever done, but, you know, my experience with the games is limited compared to other people. There's plenty of other people, especially YouTubers who have these wheels, who probably delve into that kind of tech a lot more than what I do, but I'd be happy to test one, that's for sure. It's alright, Mr. Clark, don't worry about it. You can always join another time, there's plenty of time. There's no rush. I've got to admit, Son of God, the packaging they've done on the new wheels, or mine turns here to the right, does yours? Right, where are you going?
What?
Where are you going?
I'm following the GPS.
Your GPS is going straight on, yeah?
What?
Your GPS is going straight on.
Yeah.
That's alright.
And yours
mine
is...
doesn't. Mine tells me to turn. I'll follow you now.
Oh. Okay.
I just stopped just in case.
Yeah, it's yeah, but this is not actually not the first time I experienced this playing with others.
Yeah.
We're almost heading the same way, and
yeah.
or actually the same way also.
Well, your destination is first.
And the GPS there just has two different roads or ways. So
you're gonna try your wheel on GTA 5, are you? We're gonna do in-car view and race around the streets of San Andreas or whatever it is now. I can't remember what the city is now. Los Santos was one of them. Crikey,
yeah, Los Santos, I think it was. Yeah.
I can't remember. Jesus.
No, I played.
It's been a while since I played. Yeah, I did see someone post a video recently about in-car view racing, or driving around the streets with a wheel. Looked pretty good. Thought about doing it, but I was like, yeah, it's just having to load GTA back in, you know. Hold on. There. Right, have we driven past fuel?
Nope. I checked.
Oh, there's a garage there.
Yeah, if you don't.
Alright, there's a garage further down. I should have enough though, I've got 120 in the tank.
Yeah. Hopefully it will be not that far away here.
Yeah, the only thing I do like about the new Simcube is this, they've actually put a bit of effort into packaging, shall we say. So, you know, they've got the name on there, they've kind of put a casing, not so much, I don't even know if it's a casing, but they've put a finish onto the base, so it looks a lot nicer than the more industrial look. Not that I'm complaining with the industrial look, I really do like the industrial look. It's nice to know that at the end of the day I've got an industrial motor sitting on my rig and it's got a bit of grunt behind it if I want to use it. So yeah, the packaging they've done, they simplified it. You know, from that aspect it looks 10 times better than what they've got now from an advertising point of view and from an aesthetic point of view. It's a really good looking package. So, you know, if you held those pictures up to the Fanatec wheels coming out, yeah, you know, you can compare side by side and go, you know what, they're both good package systems. we just need to get hands-on, and I got no doubt that, you know, it will do what it says on the tin. I'll be surprised if the only one I'm questioning is I know nothing about the power delivery to the wheels, but you know, we know that these wheels need good power delivery, and we know that they had, or there were issues in the past with, you know, electrical magnetic interference or whatever it is. So I know that that's an aspect of it that they will look into and would have resolved with whatever power supply they're going to be using. You know, if you saw, I don't know if your power supply is the same as mine, but it's almost like I've got a mini PC on top of my PC. It's quite a chunky power supply. But if I take the case apart for the power supply, it barely uses half the case. So you can, I mean, you know, you can pretty much strip that down and put a much smaller case around the power supply and the circuit board that they're currently using. Thought about doing it, but then I thought it's a lot of work because I'd have to find a new case to put it in to make sure I get fans to make sure it's moving air through it. Yeah, but if you open that box up, it gives you what? The circuit board for your connections, and then you've got a power supply inside that box. And again, it's less than half the size of the case that they sent out for mine. But I know there are a couple of different varying sizes for the cases. I did mod mine though. I basically took the fan out and put a quieter fan in because the fan was atrocious in it. But if I remember correctly, you've got, is yours the 7 or the 10 Newton meter one, or did you go for the 20? I can't remember. Who was I talking to who had, somebody mentioned they had the very small one. Or did you, have you got a 20? I can't remember. Oh, the 9, so yeah, it was you. So 9 Newton meter. So that's the only thing is yeah, you know, there are new wheels, but, you know, remember, what price did you pay for your 9 Newton meter wheel compared to these new ones? Because I think the cheapest one is just over £1,000, yeah? Yeah, I mean, when you factor in what you've paid, you've still got a good buy. And look at it this way, if you do decide to upgrade, you've got the new wheels to upgrade too. But I would ask yourself this, you know, with your current wheel, are you even using all the power that you get delivered? You know, if you're using all the power and you feel that the wheel could be delivering more, then it may be worth considering an upgrade at some point. But if you're barely using half the power now and you're happy with the feedback that you're getting, then, you know, I wouldn't look at upgrading. Yeah, this is it. Oh yeah, we're driving past fuel. Glad you stopped. This is it. And I know I'm not. So, you know, the first thing I did was look at the wheel spec and the counts per revolution, and I know that the counts per revolution that they're offering on the new wheels is virtually the same as what's on my wheel now. So whether I'd notice a difference, I'd like to think no. I'm pretty certain that would be the case. As long as they keep developing the software for the old wheels and the new wheels, then I won't have an issue. Oh, someone's coming through fast. Gonna make a move? Yeah, that's just it, son of God. You know, if you're using just say 30% of a 9Nm wheel, then, you know, or even let's say you're using no more than 50% for any game, then you've still got more headroom to use. And I know that, well, I've got a 20Nm and I use anywhere between 30 to maybe 60. But remember, the game isn't maxed out. If you maxed out the game and then put it into your wheel, you'd probably have a lower setting again. So, you know, there's people who swear by the 20s, there's people who swear by the 30Nm, and you'll always get those people who say, you know, 20 is going to be better than a 30 because it gives you finer resolution, or people who say 30 is better because it gives you more control with the power. I don't know what's right or what's wrong, but I'm certainly not disappointed by what I have. And I'm in, yeah. There's an argument for me which says, yeah, I'd like to have a new wheel because it looks nice, it's packaged nice, brilliant, but is it worth me spending another £1,000 and going through the trouble of selling this one just to have the new wheel because of the way it looks? It would have to be more than just looks. It would have to be a significant improvement in terms of feel from this to a new one for me to warrant a change, and I just don't see that happening. Yeah, at the end of the day, the only drawback you may call on yours is the fact it's a 9Nm wheel. But when you look at it, most wheels on the market probably don't even touch 9Nm. You know, your standard belt-driven wheels. Yeah, if the reviews can come out, the thing is, you're comparing your wheel. I mean, you could look at reviews now. You could look at if someone compared a 9Nm wheel to a 20Nm Biss-c wheel and said, you know what, there's a significant improvement from yours to that, then you could argue, right, okay, then assuming that the new wheel is the same as or better than that, then yes, it would be worth going for. But if most people would say, you know what, it's a 9Nm wheel, you'll get exactly the same feel, it's just going to be more grunt, then is it really worth spending £1,000 if you're not really using the grunt as it is now? It's a tricky one, because your opinion could be different from a person who's reviewing the wheel. They can only give their opinion on the wheel. And of course, Granite Devices aren't a company that are going to have a wheel slap bang in your local Tesco's or Currys in the UK just to nip in and try, you know? It'd be kind of cool if they offered, say, I don't know, a 30-day trial or something. Send one out, try it there, and they'll take it back and you can decide. That would be kind of cool, but I don't see that happening either. Because let's face it, you know, if you spent $650 for a 9Nm and you're thinking now of upgrading to a 20 because of the new look, if you really wanted 20, you would have spent that £1,000 to begin with. Because the base wheel that's there now is virtually the same price as a wheel like mine, because mine cost me just over £1,000 when I bought it. So you certainly had the opportunity to do it then, but if you've got the wheel you've got now and you're happy with it, then I wouldn't be in a rush. That's the problem though, see, when a company that you have a product for brings out something new, you always think, ooh, you know, something new and shiny, I need to upgrade. Don't get me wrong, I thought about it briefly and I was like, nah, what's the point? You know, if I had something like a Thrustmaster wheel or a Fanatec and I was thinking of upgrading from a belt drive to a direct drive, it would certainly be on the list of options. Yeah, absolutely, I can see the temptation, don't get me wrong. On the flip side, if you've got money to burn, do it. Because trust me, if I had a spare £1,500 in my pocket, yeah, I'd probably upgrade. Because there's money to burn at the end of the day, but I'm definitely not in that position any longer. You know what? I'm not disappointed with Simicube at all. I would still probably go with Simicube myself. Got to remember, Fanatec is an unknown. You know, they've developed their own motor, their own power supply. The thing that puts me off with Fanatec is the after-service support. You know, you hear the horror stories. Well, and the problem is every company has this. However, when it comes to Granite devices, I haven't yet to hear much of bad reports. Yes, they've had products where things have gone wrong, but most of the time they've been resolved swiftly. Granite devices is pretty big in itself, mind. You know, the way I look at it is, you know, you're buying an industrial motor that's tried and tested. With Fanatec, you're buying a brand new motor, as far as I'm aware, that they've designed. Yes, they've tested it, but only in-house tested. You know, we don't know what the testing is. We don't know how long. We don't know what. They're certainly not going to tell us what the success rate or failure rate is of their wheel, because to do that, it'll just kill the wheel unless it's been 100% perfect. And I doubt that's the case, considering they've already put back the launch date already. You know, why they've done that, I'm not entirely sure. So, as a product, I'm certain it'll be a good product. But in terms of, personally, I have doubts of the longevity and, you know, is this going to be a product that's brought to market and doesn't have issues? Or is it going to be one of these where it's brought to market and it's, you know, there are users who have constant issues with the wheel? It's because it's an unknown product. Well, on paper, yeah, because it's an industrial motor. It's been tried and tested in different markets in terms of, you know, conveyor belts, whatever it's been designed to do initially. And they've taken that product off the shelf that's been known to perform. I mean, yeah, every electronic device will have a failure rate of some form. And then they've converted it to work with, you know, these simulators, the games that we play. So when I look at it as, you know, industrial device that's been designed to do the same job over and over, and it's capable of giving you the finesse to do, you know, a wheel on a game, that ticks all the boxes for me in terms of that. You know, yes, Fanatec are offering a 5-year warranty, but, you know, that's nice to have on some of the wheels. If I remember correctly, it's only 2 on one and 5 on the other. But if you're sending it back every 6 months, where's the fun in that? But again, it's an unknown. I mean, fingers crossed, they release it and it's perfectly fine. There's no issues and, you know, you're happy. For me, though, if I was going to go for the Fanatec, I wouldn't be an early adopter. I would probably wait a good 6 months to a year just to see how it is, you know, done. So let's face it, with my wheel now, if I was happy to change in a year's time to a Simicube 2 or Fanatec, then as long as the Fanatec's been out for a year and the reports there are fine, I would certainly consider a Fanatec. You know, but that's just my opinion. You know, there's no right or wrong in it. It's just how I feel about that product because it's an unknown. You know, and the one thing that I didn't like was they were, yes, we're going to launch this product. Oh, but hold on, we're delaying it. That to me was a bit of a, well, hold on. If you're ready to launch a product and now you're delaying it by 6 months, why is that? You know, and are they telling us the full story, or is it something else, you know? I just have my doubts. But I'll take that away. You know, they got a great looking product. They got the wheels there, which are supported. It's a shame that they're having to lock the wheels down the way they have. But it is what it is. Man, you're going a completely different way to mine.
Again?
Yeah.
I start thinking we don't have the same settings in the
map
navigation.
Yeah, could be. See what it does now. Doesn't seem to be doing anything crazy.
Just feeling forced to follow me. I don't know.
Well, it's either way we're driving past your destination, so I'll follow you because it's easier.
Yeah.
At least I got fuel, that's the main thing.
Yeah.
I gotta admit though, the wireless system for the SimiCube, I'm interested to find out whether that's backwards compatible with the older stuff, which I'm assuming it is. 2, how much it is, if it is separate. And the new quick release system, I'm kind of keen to find out what the pricing is on that and see whether that's something I'm happy to change to. Because at the moment, I'm using an eBay, what, £15 quick release system, which, to be honest, loads of people said to me, oh, if you buy them, they'll be braking left, right and centre. I gotta admit, for the 10-15 quid I've spent, I've had no issues with them whatsoever. Granted, I've only had one about a year, but even then, you know, £10 a year, I'm happy with that. There's a lot of these with quick release systems, you could be paying anything, you know, 120, 150 quid just for one. $790 miles, 18 hours. This is a long job, isn't it?
Yeah.
Did I finish my coffee? No, I got a tiny bit left. That's going to be cold.
Cold coffee is not good.
Nah, but it's got to be downed. If I thought about it, I should have just stopped and got another one, but never mind. I'll survive.
Yeah. You probably heard about the Kenzo coffee you got in England.
Kenzo?
Yeah, I think it's Kenzo with the C.
No. What's that?
I bought it on eBay, 200 bags for 150 Norwegian crowns or something. It's actually the best powder coffee, I think it's called. You
like
just,
a fine, very fine grain thing, yeah?
Yeah, you just blend it in the water.
Yeah, I buy, oh god, who does it? I think it's a Nescafe powder one.
Yeah, Nescafe or something it's called. It's also good, yeah.
Yeah, it's like in a, well, I buy them in gold jars or something. Well, it's a jar with a gold label on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I buy the powder one, but I use that if I'm just going to do a quick boil. Otherwise, if I'm doing a full-on, I'll use the Nespresso machine and either do an espresso or cappuccino.
Yeah.
But I haven't used that for a while because, yeah, when I start drinking them, I don't stop.
No,
so I tend to do them as a treat now and again.
Ah, yeah. I saw on a Norwegian television program, they showed how much of the coffee fat you get in different ways you make your coffee.
Yeah.
And the best way is to the filter coffee. You know probably how it's.
Yeah, using the filter.
Yeah.
An equalizer saying, "Is this a cooking channel?" No, this is a coffee review and Simicube wheel talk channel. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll just.
I mean, you can get into cooking if you want, but you know, it's only coffee. You know, and a coffee is a necessity.
Yeah, how you make your coffee and how much you drink and when you drink it.
Hey, I can dream. I'm living the dream with the Simicube for the time being. And the coffee now and again, but it's an empty cup again, so I'm not living it at the moment.
Yeah, now the
Beep, beep, beep.
external contract is going for Manchester. You probably heard of that.
Wait, what?
Yesterday it was Oslo.
Oh, for the jobs?
Yeah, the external contract thing. So,
I don't even look at them anymore.
no, I don't care about them. So.
I'll leave that to the ones who want to do that, yeah.
Boring job, so.
Well, that's no different to any other job other than you just get to carry a nice fancy truck on the back of your trailer. Big deal.
Mm-hmm. True.
So come on, Equalizer, we can't talk about trucks all day. We've got to talk about other things as well.
More coffee.
Yes, more coffee. We'll do a coffee review channel.
Mm-hmm.
That would be a good one. Keep your coffee warm by the CPU power.
Yeah,
so what you need is have yourself a Noctura cooler with a hole drilled out so you can place your cup in the middle. Well, you know, when you think about it, if you're running your CPU and if you lessened the cooling from it, but were able to transfer the heat to a cup, and then have a liquid in the cup, that's 60 degrees you could be hitting and could easily keep a drink warm.
Or just using water cooling.
I was just going to say, what could you actually use coffee to do your water cooling? And then you could just go, I just need an extra, so I'll just trickle some of that out, thanks.
Yeah. Have you tried the water cooling on your computer?
Not full on. I only use AIOs if I do use them. I've not gone to a full, you know, make your bend your own tubes and everything. I tried
that before, or I bought. You probably saw the salmon tank you could have on the backside of the computer from any with the tubes hanging out. Yeah, I had one of those from many years ago, and after that I figured out why just water cool it, because I overclock my CPU, but and my GPU, but not that much that it doesn't cool with.
That's just it. See, it's in the early days when I did my PCs. Yes, I used to do silly overclocking, but now with the CPUs I'm buying now, they have a basic overclock. Like now the 9900, all I've done is put all cores to what 4.7, I think.
Yeah.
Rather than, so they're all boosting up to the same level. So it's nothing really. It's just really a tweak more than an overclock. So the CPU doesn't really get hot. I'm playing this game now. It barely hits 50 degrees. And then that's got a standard NZXT AIO on it. So I'm happy with that. You know, 50 degrees is nothing to worry about. The CPU will happily go hot if it needed to. So no worries whatsoever. It stays quiet. You know, yes, if I was putting all cores to like 5.2 or something stupid, then yeah, I'd have to upgrade and probably go to a full water cooling kit. But I don't need to use that kind of level. And even if I did, gaming wise, I'd be lucky if I gain an extra 10 frames, which to me is nothing.
Yeah.
It's like now. It's
10
like
frames is not that much.
Well, yeah, it's like I was looking at the 1080 Ti and considering jumping up to a 2080 Ti when it launched. But on average, I'd only gain an extra 20 frames in games. On some I may gain a bit more. on some I'll get less.
Yeah.
So to go from a 1080 Ti to a 2080 Ti, you know, spending up to what, £1,200 for a graphics card. So what's that? Nearly £500 more.
Yeah.
Than what I spent now for the sake of 20 frames. That's crazy.
Yeah.
You know, again, money to
totally
burn.
Agree.
Yeah, money to burn. Do what you want. Go for it. But sorry, when the frames per second hits a constant, say 30 to ideally 40 frames per second faster, absolutely, that's a significant upgrade to me.
Yeah.
So for me, it'll be wait until the next series comes out, because right now in the games I play, if I got a 2080 Ti, yes, I'll have more frames, but not significantly faster.
No.
Now for me,
yeah.
You know, I was going to say, if I want to have a more consistent frame rate, I'm happy just to knock it down from ultra to high or even medium. You know,
Yeah,
there isn't a huge difference.
A lot of the new games today is that you don't have to have the graphic so high, because it's in my opinion you just get it so blurry and so on, and all of the effects. Like if you take for example Battlefield 5.
Yeah.
I just play that on medium because all of the effects just makes me confused.
Yeah. Absolutely. It's most games, when you compare, say, high to ultra, there's next to no difference. And it tends to be lighting effects, things that you may not even notice the majority of the time unless you're looking for it. And even the same with medium settings. It's like if you looked at Dirt Rally at medium and compared it to high or ultra, it isn't a huge difference. Maybe a little bit extra textured grass here and there, and textures may be slightly crisper, but when you've got the graphics whizzing by you and you're concentrating on the road in front of you, half the time you're not going to see the difference anyway.
No, true.
So, you know, by all means, run your game in ultra. If you're playing, say, like you know, you've got a 144Hz screen. If you can do 144Hz in ultra all day long, go for it. But if you get a game and you put it on and you're not hitting the 144 and you'd rather have the smoother game experience, I don't see the harm in running high or even medium in some games.
No. Yeah. Yeah, I built me a new computer now in last year in October, I think it was, and the only thing I changed out was the motherboard and my CPU on of course my PCU and my memory, and all of the other stuff I just, because I was thinking about buying the RTX 2030, but it's so overpriced also, and I don't see the good thing of buying it.
I wouldn't buy RTX card for RTX. Put it that way, you know, the ray tracing.
Yeah, the ray tracing.
You know, I wouldn't be buying an RTX 2080 Ti or any RTX card because it's got ray tracing. That to me is a bonus. So it's got it. If I use it, great, I'm able to use it, but ultimately, as long as I can play the game at the resolution and the frames per second that I want to, then that's the reason to buy the card. Because ray tracing at the moment, because it's still early days, you know, this is still the testing period, and we all know from all the tests that have been done that RTX on any of the cards will really drop your frames by half. So, you know, if you've got a 2080 Ti that can do, say, 150 frames in a game with RTX off, you know that that's going to drop to half the frame rate, if not more, when it comes to doing RTX on. And I certainly wouldn't be buying it because I've got the latest game and I've got to have the RTX ray tracing. It's a nice feature because when you see it in action, it does look good.
Yeah, but
not for this graphics card.
Yeah. The only thing which supports this now, it's Battlefield 5, I think.
Battlefield, I think the new Tomb Raider is supposed to do something with it as well.
Okay, yeah.
But again, you know, I don't really play Battlefield anyway myself. Tomb Raider, I've played Tomb Raider in the past. I've still got the first room Tomb Raider that I haven't even finished yet because I just haven't bothered.
Yeah.
But you know, if it was something like, oh, Euro Truckers 3 has been released with ray tracing, blah blah blah, would it make me rush out and buy an RTX card? No.
No.
You know,
The only thing I saw on YouTube and a tech site here in Norway, they showed the difference with ray tracing on and off in a mirror in the Rotterdam map, and the only thing you could see was the what's it called again? Yeah, the soldier, and the frames was much more visible, and you could also see the enemy earlier with ray tracing. So that's okay. It's a benefit, but
well, yeah, if you're a gamer and you're into your first-person shooting, you need to be able to see that frame earlier than the next one. Then yeah, but for most people playing a game, that frame appearing would probably take. What do you remember? A frame appearing on the screen is so fast as a blink of an eye.
Mm-hmm.
So is that really going to break the average gamer? Probably not.
No,
you know, I mean, don't be wrong. So. I've got a 2070, so in this PC down here I've got a 1080 Ti. In my second PC that I built for streaming, that's got a 2070 RTX graphics card sitting in it. The reason why I bought it though wasn't for the RTX. It was purely because I wanted to have a decent card in there for gaming, because I use that card. So when I'm doing things like The Division, I'll use that PC to stream and game at the same time. And it does it perfectly well. It's using an AMD 2700X with an RTX graphics card 2070. But the reason why I went for it is because I couldn't really pick up 1080 Ti's brand new anymore.
No.
Second-hand market for 1080 Ti is kind of crazy, and unless you know you're picking up a card that's been looked after, would I be willing to spend £400 on a card that's going to give me close to 1080 Ti, or take the risk on a second-hand card that may perform perfectly fine or could develop a fault, and I'm left with a £500 paperweight?
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what, I've got a 1080 Ti, I don't really need it. It would be nice to be able to access RTX graphics as and when it becomes available, and I'm happy to play. So I thought I'll go for a 2070, because that gives me the best bang for buck. You know, it's a sub £500 card, can keep up with a 1080, will certainly outperform a 1070. And let's face it, a 1080p, 1070 to a 1080 graphics, you'll get plenty of frames per second there. You know, it allows me to stream The Division 2 and play the game all from the same PC. Happy days.
Yeah.
So again, I wouldn't be put off by going for one, but I wouldn't buy one because it'll do ray tracing.
No.
If there was, like, I don't know, 30 games that had RTX implemented well, then I may have considered a higher version of the RTX cards. Because let's face it, if I turn RTX on my card, I would probably struggle to hit 40 frames in a game.
Yeah.
I know that. You know, it'll happily do 60 plus frames, you know, on standard settings. But you know, I didn't buy it for the RTX at the end of the day, so.
No. Yeah, in the future also, it's be exciting to see how the producers will use the ray tracing technology. And
but that's if they do. You've got to remember that Nvidia have implemented RTX onto their cards hardware level. But there's nothing stopping a developer going, okay, you know, we'll do ray tracing, but we'll do it on a software level. You know,
yeah, there should be a thing that you can turn off and on if you want also.
I think there was talk of the next DirectX introducing ray tracing as well. I don't know. There's a lot of talk about ray tracing. You know, I can see how it will help the development of games, but you still got to have the developers taking it on board and actually utilizing what is available to them. I mean, there's things like Nvidia implemented a way of doing triple screens and having the graphics card do it, and it doesn't give a lot of, or doesn't take away a lot of GPU power to do so. It's like hardware level triple screen usage, but a lot of games still don't utilize that, and I don't know if it does it to a point where you can use it in all games, or would it be some games? But it's things like that that I know are available in some of the graphics cards that are out there now that aren't used by developers. And it does make you wonder then why are these things introduced and no one seems to be using it? Is it because of lack of knowledge? Is it because that the implementation isn't right for what they need? You know, it does beg the question sometimes.
There will probably be several answers on that question.
Yeah, I remember watching a release video that from Nvidia that said, yeah, if a developer took advantage of it, they could do triple screen using the instructions on the graphics card to do so, and you'd lose about 1%, rather than if you did it through CPU or use the graphics card to process it normally, then you would lose more frames per second because you're doing the instructions differently. We've implemented it on like a hardware level where it'll do it instantly for you, so to speak. But I don't know whether it was fixed resolutions, fixed angles for the screens, this, that, and the other. The idea behind it was very good. You think, oh wow, there's a way of doing it where you can have it processed onto 3 screens, have all the angles done properly, and it's not going to tax the game any more than what it is already.
Yeah.
But I've yet to see any any developer to say, yeah, we're using this system and it's in the game and you can use it on triple screens all day long.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah, time will show again.
Yeah. I mean, if they carry on with RTX, I'm hoping that the next series of cards would see significant gains. Because it'll be really disappointing to spend, and the worry as well is, if they release the next set of graphics card, are they planning on increasing the price again?
I hope not. But the thing is that the minerals and so on is... I read on the internet that the minerals and so on, which is used in the phones and so on, and motherboards, is starting to get quite low. So that's probably also one of the reasons why it's pressing the price up. I don't know, but
well, I'm sure there's other ways of making motherboards.
Yeah.
I think the thing that hurt Nvidia was the market for using GPUs to do the mining.
Yeah, that's
because that's fallen flat on its face at the moment.
Yeah, that's actually quite a good thing. That
absolutely, from a gamer point of view, yeah, you'll be happy that the market's fallen flat. Where were Nvidia thinking, oh, you know what, there's a market there, we can take advantage of it, let's boost the price up, boost our profits, happy days. Yeah, because people were buying the cards regardless because they knew they were going to be able to recoup the money when the mining was hot.
Did you see
now
the
mining,
which had a lot of PCI Express 16 ports?
Yeah. Hey Ray, how you doing?
Fuck. Yeah.
Oh god, yeah, you see some of them.
Yeah, that was just crazy when it was on the top, or popular.
I mean, I know there's people still mining now, but and I've said before, I wouldn't be bothered by having a mining card as long as I know that card's been looked after. But again,
there was a guy, he wrote on the internet or on a tech site again. He it's better to buy a computer or CPU and GPU which have had let's say a stable 50 degrees over time, instead of going from 20 to 50 and 20 and 50 and so on.
Yeah, but you'll never know. That's the thing.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, it can be one thing you say as a seller, but the truth can be another thing also. Actually, there is a company here which they are selling their server capacity to miners in abroad. It actually was on the news here for a couple of months ago.
Didn't even know that would work out as being profitable, using a server to do mining.
As long as they probably think as the server owners, as long as we get payment for the rent, we don't care what it's used for.
Yeah, true. But then they'd have to price it right, because from a mining point of view, you've got to balance the books. No point in paying for something if you're not bringing the money in from it.
Yeah. True. Yeah, I don't know how they do it, but yeah.
Right, we've got a ferry now, yeah?
Yep.
Oh, that's not the right gear. Boop. Which one are we going to?
Getzer or Trelleborg?
Yeah, so which one is it? First one? Does it matter? Well, Getzer, I'm guessing it's Trelleborg we need to go to, because otherwise we got a longer drive, haven't we?
Yeah.
Let's do that one. Ugh. Forgot my brake.
But after this I had to quit.
Yeah, no problem.
Going to work tomorrow. But,
work's gotta come first.
Yeah, that's true.
Not too much longer now anyway, so what, 6 hours left on the job. 253 miles!
Only 1 hour and 47 minutes there.
Oh yeah, for you. I forgot you got to stop earlier, innit?
Yeah. It's a guy. When I remember it, it's a good thing that you now announce on Discord when you are gonna stream.
Yeah, I always do that now because, well, Tuesday's a fixed day for this, so Tuesday will always be, you know, doing multiplayer. If people want to join, they can. If they don't, that's fair enough. But because I used to do it where if I did multiplayer, I would decide on the day, so really no one had any pre-warning, and therefore, you know, it really narrowed down people's opportunities. So I thought, well, if I do at least a fixed day, then it gives people a chance to try and join in if they want to. You know, and it's early days for me, so maybe it'll grow, maybe it'll turn into nothing, who knows.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's if it does grow, then we'll add more days. If it doesn't, then I'll just carry on and do my single player as well, you know?
Yeah. I'm trying to go with the VTC also, but on the what's it called again? The truck meetings and so on. But it's
Truckbox isn't working at the moment.
What?
Is Truckbox working for you? Because it doesn't work for me.
What's not working for you?
Truckbox.
Oh yeah. Sometimes I got the bugs, but it seems like all of the multiplayer thing I drive or delivers, it's actually recording that. So, what's the problem? I don't know, to be honest. But
I don't know. I think mine needs an update or something, because mine, it loads in, but it doesn't seem to do anything. So, I've kind of left it for the last few times I've played online now, and I'll just wait for the next update and update it.
Yeah. I don't know, they haven't said anything to me.
No, I checked it today as well. I was like, right, have they updated it or something? But it's still, because I downloaded it again just in case. I went to install it and it says you've already got this version installed. So I was like, right. But it still doesn't seem to be doing anything, even though I know I've registered the game properly and multiplayer properly, and multiplayer was updated today for me as well. So everything's updated, but it just doesn't seem to be registering the drive. So I thought, well, I'll just leave it off for now then.
Yeah, I don't know what the problem can be, but it's from my situation. I think it's strange that it takes only the multiplayer thing, and not the single player.
I should take both because I've done multiplayer and single through it.
Yeah, me too, many times. But sometimes I've seen that it doesn't take it doesn't pop up on Discord right away. But sometimes it can take up to 5 hours later. It suddenly just pops up. So I don't know what the problem is, but
God knows.
Yeah.
Who knows? Just is what it is.
Yeah.
The chat's gone quiet. Everybody missing the coffee chat. No equalizers there thinking about it.
Yeah.
There we are. See, this is telling me turn here now.
Yeah.
Mine's going. Oh yeah, that's because I'm probably not going through Helsinki.
No.
I think we go round it for me. Not a problem. We'll tag along. Oh, we're turning here instead. Alright, we're going up and around and back down that road.
Yeah.
Made us all Are you making a coffee? Mine's milk and 2, please. Thank you very much. I can do with the coffee.
You got your own waiter.
Oh, that's only. Garçon, coffee, please.
Yeah.
And some wafer mints.
Ooh.
Coffee and mints, that'd be nice. I haven't got any mints though, so it'll just have to be coffee. Oh god. Plan for an Easter weekend, you kidding, right? Can't plan for nothing. Oh, equalizer in chat. This is your destination, yeah? I don't know why I'm coming in here, because that's not my destination, but I'll turn it around.
Yeah, I have to turn the trailer truck around there.
I might head up to the petrol station, because I'm going to need fuel. Well, I'm not going to need it, but no harm in filling up.
Yeah, I got the extra on the back of my trailer truck, yeah.
I've got fuel, I've still got 400 odd. I mean, this thing fills up with 1,000 litres, I think. But I like to keep it topped up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't really do planning for weekends or anything because it depends on what I'm doing with my son, if I've got him, or whether he's with his mother, or... So yeah, plans really for the weekend periods are always up in the air. Which is why really I don't have a kind of streaming timetable. Usually evenings, but anything in the daytime it's usually decided on the day. Oh yeah, stop the engine, let's stop it up.
Yep, I'm delivered now, so...
There we are, you're all sorted, yeah?
Yep.
You gonna make a move?
Yeah, I'm gonna quit now, so...
No problem, there we are. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
And we'll see you in the next one, I hope.
Yeah.
No problem, there we are. So I'll crack on and go to my final destination, which is, I can't remember where, but that's another, what, 5 hours?
Oh, yep. Okay. Yeah,
alright then.
Right,
Right, and speak to you soon.
Bye.
Take care.
Yep.
Ta-ra.
Bye.
That's the wrong gear. Let's get in the right gear, shall we? Let's see how fast we can get to our destination from here. My son's only 10. He can barely reach the pedals. So if he does have a go on the wheel, he can do, but he tends to sit in my lap because his feet just doesn't reach quite at the moment, and they're not easy pedals to press. But he's had a few turns with the wheel itself, but I tend to lower the power down because, yeah, if I use it at my normal power, some of the jolts can be quite aggressive, to say the least. But he's not so much into his driving games, which is a real shame, because me enjoying the driving games. If he wanted to do like a 2-player race on PlayStation or something, yeah, I'd be up for that, but he's more into his Fortnite, which just drives me loopy. You know, like any 10-year-old really, Fortnite is the game. And there's been the odd occasion where he's like, "Dad, can you help me in Fortnite?" And I'm like, "I have no idea what you're doing. You probably know the game inside out, so I don't see how I can help." Yeah, probably won't be long. I mean, hopefully he'll want to get into it. It would be nice, but it's not something I'm going to be like, "Oh, you got to try this." He enjoys the VR, but I won't put that on too often because, well, we don't know how VR affects young children's eyes, so I do limit that usage. It's certainly not a weekly event, so... But once in a blue moon, then I'll say, okay, you can have an hour's try. He enjoys the basic shooting games in VR. Unfortunately, most of the games I do have in VR, you know, could be quite frightening for young minds. So, again, you know, I've got limited choice. I do try to be a responsible dad. Upgrade. I don't think I'll be upgrading for this one. Yeah, as we were just talking about the new Simtech 2 wheels, you know, and for me to upgrade, you'd be looking at 1,000 plus. I mean, this was £1,000 wheel, so you'd be spending 1,500, 2,000 minimum for an upgrade. If I went for the Simtech 2 basic wheel, it might be more of a sidestep rather than an upgrade. I'm certainly not about to buy 2 of these wheels. One's enough. You know, at 10 years old, if I think a G29 would be more than sufficient if you wanted to get into it. I did think about building a little rig once upon a time, but he hasn't shown that much interest, so I haven't bothered. I wish I was getting my stuff for nothing, but no, this is, you know, it's been a long, slow process, building it bit by bit, buying it bit by bit, and putting it all together, you know. Unfortunately, there's no freebies here for me. You know, if the channel grows to a level where I can talk to a manufacturer and they're happy to either lend out or give equipment out, yeah, I'd bite their hands off and we would happily do reviews or be sponsored or whatever, but I don't think I'm in any position to be requesting that with the amount of people listed on the channel. You know, most manufacturers would rather work with people who have thousands of people. Well, when I say thousands, hundreds of thousands, I should say. You know, because they need that market to be hit big. You know, to get their return on products they lend or give. It would be nice to be in that position, but yeah, maybe one day. Wow, that 5 hours really went quick. We're down to 2 hours 49, 115 miles remaining, so it's flying by. This will be the last job for me, so we'll be heading to this destination, dropping off. There's really to take another job that will take me too late, so we'll knock that on the head then. But we still got 100 odd miles to go, so plenty of time. Looks like Jonko Ping. Oh, that was it, Dialing Ping. I was trying to remember the name of that YouTuber. He did some really good funny videos. Well, not hitting a giveaway, so we can just go straight out. Whoa. See, big jolt by there then. One hour 48 minutes remaining, another 73 miles to go. Making some good mileage, I think. So what about yourself, Equalizer? You gonna have any plans for the Easter weekend? You've got anything going on? Gonna have to keep an eye out as well for Steam, because I'm hoping there's gonna be a little sale on. May try and see if there's anything worth picking up. That's kind of cool little wooden dinosaur they've done. Not quite sure what that's supposed to be though. Some kind of man made out of wood. We managed to find ourselves a little coastal run at least anyway. I like the coastal roads. Yeah, you gotta get the gaming at some point, haven't you? Although, thinking about it, I can't remember. I'm not quite sure whether it's this weekend or next weekend, but depending on the weather, I've got to have a bash at doing my brakes myself. That'll be fun. I've never replaced brakes on a car before in my life, but I'm planning on doing front and rear brake pads and discs. Hopefully it'll all go smoothly and I don't screw it up. I've got all the parts. I'm just waiting on the weather now so I can get on there and crack on with the car for a few hours and see if I can get it done. That'll be fun. Because knowing my luck, I'll probably drop something and lose a bolt and not be able to put it back together again. I have a really bad habit of putting stuff down and can't remember where I put it. No, this is true, which is why I've tried to get all the bits. I'm fixing a Halford's car park, no thanks. Halford's. They're nearly as bad as Quick Fit. Now, if I was going to do it anywhere, I'd probably do it in a Euro car park, car park. On a weekend when they got a sale on. Because their prices are really good. If you get their 50% deals. Now, but I've got all the stuff here, so hopefully it'll go smoothly. The only issue I can foresee me having is the fact that one of the bolts will be seized and I won't be able to get the damn thing off. Haynes manual? No, we're going to do this blindfolded, this one. No Haynes manual, no instruction manual. I know the basics of brakes. But knowing my luck, there'll be some bolt or something that I'm missed, or there'll be a bolt seized up and... Yep, WD-40, some penetrating oil. And then if that doesn't work, a sledgehammer. Why am I stopping? I don't need to. The only thing I have to double check on is to make sure I've got my breaker bar, because I have no idea where that is. Because if I can't find it, I'm going to have to buy one just to be on the safe side. No, we're not going to see. Not going to swap cameras, is it? Nope. I hate that. Hey DJ, how you doing? Nah, not car trouble, it just needs a major service on the brakes. So the rear discs and pads are shot. Been advised they need to be replaced. There's an MOT coming up next month. So I've got to do the rears before the MOT because it'll probably fail the MOT otherwise. I had the front pads and discs replaced a year or two ago. However, they've got scoring, so I've been advised that when you change the pads in the front, you're going to have to do the discs as well. So I decided, well, I might as well just buy everything for front and rear and do it myself. Save me a bit of money. Because clearly when I got the garage to do the fronts last time, they clearly didn't do a very good job for the scoring to come in. So I thought, at least if I do it, I can double check everything is nice and clean when it goes on, and hopefully scoring won't happen on the discs again. I might have just been unlucky and picked something up in between the disc and the pads, but either way, the scoring's rather bad on one side. We're in! Oh, come on, we can do 38, can we? Right, let's have a quick look, shall we? So if we do garage manager, we should have a few garages already. That was driver manager, wasn't it? Recruitment, that's what I wanted. In London. Shouldn't really matter. Hire a driver. Can't see the buttons. Let's do... He's got some experience on the road. Okay, so we want to do truck. We're gonna go cheapest chips, I think. I don't know, maybe we'll go for another set of Scanias. Gonna spend a little bit of cash. Oh, that was 6.5 down to 5.2, so we still got plenty of cash. Might be worth getting another garage on the go. Go to garage manager. Where else have we got? The view map. But they've got trucks. They've got trucks, they haven't. So let's do, well, I don't know, maybe not. Where have we got? Do Italy, I think. Try and spread them around a bit. Uh-oh. Okay, so truck. Buy online. Okay, so that's 2 garages maxed out with drivers, so that leaves us with 3.7 million to play with. Again, could go for another one, but I don't see the point. I'm in no rush. That's another 2 garages to start working. Might as well let them build up to get some money coming in, and when they start making the money, we can then, I would say, when if this figure hits back up to 4 or 5 million easy, then we can look at another 2 garages. Go back. If we do driver manager, they're all waiting, they're sleeping, they're on the road. So there we are. We're going to leave that there then, and we'll come back to this certainly next week. We may tackle this over the weekend as well, who knows. And we'll see whether we can get the money creeping up a little bit faster than usual. Anyway, going to leave that there. Thanks for watching. If you have enjoyed, leave a like, hit the subscribe, the usual. You all know the score by now. And we'll see you in the next video. So take care and bye for now.